What song hits different after you read the lyrics? Greased Lightning. That song is filthy. Meat Loaf said it always depressed him how many people came up to him and told him they danced to 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad at their wedding. It was like, have you ever listened to the damn lyrics? Quote, the Macarena song they played all the time for stuff when I was in elementary school. It's about a girl cheating on her boyfriend with multiple people while he's away. Also, this list is never complete without semi-charmed kind of life. As my guitar teacher once said, any and every rock song that mentions snow is definitely about cocaine. So yeah, I'd say most songs about snow. Lol. Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. It's about drug addiction. Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads is completely different now that I am older. Makes me think about how life just carries you along and it is all just temporary. It's scary. Who has the clearest and purest voice you ever heard? The girl who sang Jasmine's part in A Whole New World. Lee Salonga, Sparkling Heart. Eva Cassidy. Julie Andrews. Aurora Asknes. Karen Carpenter. What's a 10 out of 10 book you've read? The entirety of Discworld by Terry Pratchett. And Then There Were None. Fantastically plotted. Some great characterization. A truly awful sense of dread. The best mystery novel ever for a reason. All Quiet on the Western Front. Remark. It shocked me. I was 18 years old at that time. The needs and fears were the same as I had at that time. If I would have been born 100 years prior, I would have been that young man going into a war that crushes my generation. The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. It's a high fantasy story written in 1968, and I've yet to come across another fantasy story that has the same kind of tone, same voice as this one. Maybe a combination of the time period and the author not being off his gourd on LSD like a lot of fantasy written at the time. It's earnest but also self-aware. It acknowledges tropes dealing with unicorns, but not in like a, I'm embarrassed to be telling a story about unicorns, so I gotta mock stories about unicorns in my story about unicorns kind of way. It's humorous and poetic at times, with some just delightfully weird shit, like the babbling butterfly. Curious George Goes to the Hospital. Florus for Algernon, the brother Karamazov. What did school try to teach you that was obviously false? That your permanent record would follow you throughout your career. Scaring kids into being good by saying you'll never get a decent job if you don't try hard in school and behave yourself. Some of the biggest dickheads in school ended up with great careers because A. Nobody cares about your grades. And B. Shit floats. A history teacher told us during class that Da Vinci believed he was a god. His explanation: he painted the Mona Lisa, which is supposed to be the perfect woman, and only a god can make something perfect. Therefore Da Vinci believed he was a god. The teacher seemed so angry at Da Vinci for that, and went on a rant on how ridiculous he was. This was the only time something like this happened with this teacher. We were so confused. The food pyramid. That I wouldn't have a calculator on me wherever I go. Just get good marks in school and your life would be great. I drew a picture of a butterfly in preschool and got in trouble for arguing with my teacher because she said butterflies don't have legs, so my picture wasn't accurate. What are some small, low-key signs that someone is really intelligent? They can frame and process unfamiliar things quickly as they learn them, and can connect them to familiar things easily, both for themselves and in conversing with others. Lots of, oh, it's like, moments that are on track. Quick understanding of concepts that they've never encountered before. When you see it, it's mad impressive. A friend who watches a sports game for the first time and immediately picks up on the habits and style of each team. Someone who hears a complicated explanation of something and quickly translates it into something that makes sense. Impresses me every time I see it happen. Asking questions. Curiosity is the true foundation of intelligence. I wouldn't know because I'm as thick as pig shit. They are able to adjust their speech without sounding patronizing to the person they are speaking to. They pay attention to how other people learn and explain things in their terms. I find it is often in their eyes, even if they don't say much, their eyes are always scanning, thinking, indicative of a very active mental world. A bit like border collie's eyes, lol. Atheists, or religious people open to conversation. What are some things about a certain religion that, while they mean well, do you think are harmful? Using fear as a weapon for manipulation. Fear of hell. To be more specific, especially for kids. Like, if you act naughty, you'll spend all eternity burning in hell. Quote. When they try to save you from going to hell simply because they think you're a goner. I also don't like the fact that they think those who don't have a religion or different beliefs have no morals. Since how could we without a religion? Like, come on, use your brain. Man. It's called using rational and just being an okay person, not wanting to do anything bad. Evangelizing door to door is not designed to convert new people. It is used as a psychological tool by the church to control their flock. Especially the young members. The people going door to door quickly learn what being outside the flock means. It means you will get laughed at for your beliefs. That you do not belong outside your church family. Door after door will be slammed on you. You will feel the pain of rejection in a world that does not love you. But the flock loves you. The flock understands you and your beliefs. The church is the only thing that knows what it's like to be ridiculed. That understands you. The flock is family. The flock is the warm shower after coming in from the cold world of the godless sodomites. The flock is the only safe place for you. The only home. If you leave the flock, you'll be cast out into those cold people that laugh at you, make fun of you and your beliefs. We are your only comfort. And when the deity comes back with their kingdom, he will kill everyone on the planet, especially those that ostracized you, that made fun of you, that have denied our deity. And after his work is done, and everyone is dead, only we will be brought back to life. Born again. Once our names are breathed from the book of life. The true believers. And we will be given all the riches on earth and live with our deity forever. While the people that did not love our deity back will be shunned from his graces to drift in eternal pain. #NoToDeathCult. And then we will have peace. https u2.be/G92Z8L5VXPQ T = 14. Abstinence-only teachings rather than safe sex practices. Blind faith normalization. Believe what you want, but stop trying to apply your religious moral standards to anyone but yourself. In my own life, it was being raised Christian and being taught that if bad things happen to someone, it is God punishing them for being bad. Imagine being a little kid with newly diagnosed epilepsy thinking you must have done something to deserve it. Piggybacking on the punishment aspect is the other trope that if you or anyone else are suffering, it's BC you didn't pray hard enough. I was a little kid going through a lot of physical and mental health problems in a strict, often unhappy home, and I was taught it was all my fault. BC I was bad and didn't pray right. I literally used to fall asleep every night praying for every single person I knew. Even dead-ass exhausted. BC I was convinced if I forgot to pray for anyone, something horrible would happen to them and it would be my fault. What are you currently deprived of? Sleep, motivation, free time. Uni sucks. Full use of the left side of my body stroke, 6 years ago. The will to live? Love and platonic physical touch. motivation to do anything. As a single man, hugs and cuddles from a loving girlfriend, wife. Subscribe, my brothers.